Bruce Williams writes, my original comment on YouTube is, John Campea, you are a director, producer, screenwriter, and film journalist, and it seems that you know your comics. Not to be rude, but why the hell aren't you working with either Marvel Studios or DC Entertainment? Obviously, you know more than the schmucks at Warner Brothers and probably some of the people involved at Marvel. Nonetheless, is it that you don't want to or that these companies won't have you? What's up? Also, 37 people thumbs up this question, so answer it on AMC Movie Talk.
Well, if 37 people thumbs up the question and I haven't had... Okay, look, the reason I'm going to answer this question is because of the thing you brought up, which is it gets brought up a lot in film fan world, saying, you are smarter, or so-and-so smarter, or I'm smarter, whatever, than the dummies at Paramount, or the stupid people at Warner Brothers, or whatever. You know what? I'm going to tell a story, and this kind of highlights the fact that, you know what, as much as we as films like to, yeah, down with the man, really, these studios are run by some very smart people who do a much better job doing what they, now every once in a while they make a really stupid decision, but we see that and we forget to look at the, you know, the 2000 great decisions they made behind it. Here's true story, okay? So it was just before I started working for AMC. That I got a call. I had a buddy of mine working at one of the studios, not one of the big four, like not Paramount, Fox, Disney, or Universal, but it was a studio whose name you would recognize. I had a good friend of mine working at one of these studios, and he gave me a call one day and said, hey, so-and-so, one of the presidents at the studio wants a meeting with you. Do you want to come down and meet with him? So I'm like, yeah, I'm not one. I'm still one of these starstruck kids. I still can't believe I get to work in the movie world. So it's like, what? A studio person wants to meet me? Yeah, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever. So he said, all right, come on down Wednesday at whatever. So okay, fine. So I go to the studio, and I go in, and I had met this president once before at like one of their movie premieres. So I go in and sit down with them, and you have to understand, it wasn't too long before this that Time magazine did that one article on me and a couple other guys about the growing influence of online film pundits, and you know that they had a big picture of me in a Jedi outfit. It was really weird, but I guess they were kind of enamored with that idea. So I go and I sit down with the studio president, and they're like, okay, so he wasn't offering me anything. He's just, I just had this idea, and I want to throw it by you, and I just want to see what we come up with. I'm like, okay, hit me. What's going on? He said, okay, so you guys, talking about me and other film pundits in the online world, he goes, you guys are really quite in touch. You're interacting every day with film fans. He goes, what if, you know, we created a position in the studio that's like, you have input onto the scripts that we're moving up the chain about how you think it'd be received. Now notice he said input. He didn't say actually any decision-making ability whatsoever. Nobody's that stupid to give me that kind of authority. And said, you know, we give you input into what, and not being our PR person, but kind of being our direct representative to the other online guys in the film world. So not our PR person. It's kind of like a new thing. Just kind of be like our open line of communication with the other guys in the online film world running these movie sites. He said, you know, so we talked about it for about an hour, and I listed the reasons why I think it could work and why I think it couldn't work and all that kind of stuff. And it was a good conversation, and we left it at that. And I ultimately didn't accept anything, and they ultimately didn't offer anything, but it was a really good thing. But it just shows that we kind of think in the movie film fan world that these studios are just all old school. They don't think outside the box or whatever. And that one meeting kind of shows, you know what? These smart guys at these studios are constantly trying to think of new ways to be better. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to explore different ideas, and they're trying to do new things. Now, ultimately, they got to be practical and fall back to what does work. But they are, trust me, these guys are constantly trying to explore new ideas and new ways of doing things. Now, you ask me, why am I not working for Marvel Studios or DC Entertainment? I think the real question is, why is this guy not working for Marvel and DC? This is a real filmmaker. So, what's going on, Schnepp? Why do you keep snubbing WB? Why do you keep snubbing Marvel?
What's your problem?
You think you're better than everybody else?
I guess I'm kind of floating on my own cloud. Hey, look, Warner Brothers, come at me. I'm ready to rock some stuff. Marvel, you know where I'm at. Bring it. I'm right here. I'm ready to rock.
Are you ready for Marvel Phase A.1?
That's right. Coming at you, son, with like weird spider crawl creatures. Phase 11, you know? So.
If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free, and we bring you all the latest movie news as well as our daily AMC Movie Talk Show. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, where you can find out about all the latest prizes, giveaways, and special contests.